wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Ma'am Anggani and my friends. How are you today? I hope all of you in the good conditions. Okay, we are from 7 groups. Then we are presenting about portfolio assessment. Okay, I'm Anis Azhar as a first speaker, and then the second speaker is Tia Dewi Widiasi. Okay, next I will explain the definitions about portfolio assessment. According to Guinness and Upshur 1996, portfolio is a purposeful collection of students' work that demonstrate their efforts, progress, and achievements in given areas. Okay, and then the portfolio contains samples of the children or students' work and show grow over time. Then portfolio is a kind of authentic assessment. It consists of the students' collections work that involve the students and the teacher in selecting sample of students' work for inclusion in a collections. Okay, and then the main purpose of portfolio is to show the students' progress. And then, according to Gottlieb 2000, the portfolio assessment process, second language learners are acknowledged as contributors, and the multicultural resources that the students bring to assessment situations serve as rich data source. Then Gottlieb also creates the acronym CRADLE, referring 6 prototype portfolio categories. Okay, there are consists of collecting, reflecting, assessing, documenting, linking, and evaluating. Okay, in the collecting is the process in which the students gather materials to include in their portfolio. And then in the collecting, the teacher also provide clear guidelines, include stating the objective as well as explaining how the portfolio will be assessed. Then reflecting happens through the students thinking about the work they have placed in the portfolio. Maybe the students can use journals and self-assessment checklists to compare their present level with their prior performance level. Okay, and then in the reflecting, the teacher provide class time so that the students are able to reflect on their work. Okay, and then assessing involves checking and maintaining the quality of the portfolio over time. Normally, there should a gradual improvement in work quality in a portfolio. And then documenting. In documenting means that the teacher and students maintain the importance of the portfolio over the course of its usefulness. Then linking. Linking is the use of a portfolio to serve as a mode of communications between students, peers, teachers, and even parents. And then students can look at each other's portfolio and provide feedback. And then the parents can also examine the work of their child through the use of portfolio. And then the last, evaluating. Evaluating is the process of receiving a grade for this experience. For the teacher, the goal is to provide positive feedback when assessing the portfolio. Okay, and then next is about portfolio's materials. Then in the portfolio include materials such as essays and compositions in draft and final forms, and then reports, project outline, and then portrait and creative posts, and then artwork, photos, newspapers or magazine clipping, and then audio and or video recordings of presentations, demonstrations, and etc. And then journals, diaries, and other personal reflections, and then tests, test scores, and written homework exercise, and then notes on lecture, and the last, self and peer assessment comments, evaluations, and checklists. Okay, then next is about step in portfolio. There are some steps in portfolio assessment. The first step is state objective clearly. It means the teacher show to the students about how their portfolio include materials from the course they are taking and how the collections will enhance curricular goals. Okay, and the second step is about give guidelines on what materials to include. Teacher guidance will keep students on target with curricular objective. And then it's helpful to give clear directions about how to get started using portfolio. And then communicate assessment criteria to the students. Then the most aspect of portfolio development are self-assessment and teacher assessment. And the teacher's assessment with similar questions designed to highlight the formative nature of the assessment. And then the fourth step is design the time within the curriculum for portfolio development. A teacher should make sure the students have time set to do portfolio work and provide the opportunities for conferencing. And then the fifth step is establish periodic schedule for review and conferencing. Teacher need to provide schedule so that the students can finish their work without throwing everything together at the end of a term. And then design an accessible place to keep portfolio. Here, teacher create the students accessible locations to keep the materials so that the students bring materials they need. Okay, and the last, provide positive feedback giving final assessment. In this step, Walcott 1998 recommended a holistic scoring scale ranging from 1 to 6 based on qualities such as error-free work, depth of content, creativity, organizations, writing style, and engagement of the students. Okay, and then the last about about the advantage in portfolio. So a teacher also give a benefit when they use portfolio assessment. The first, foster in intrinsic motivations, responsibility, and ownership. Now, through the portfolio assessment, the students to be more active, creative, and responsible in completing assignment given by the teacher. Okay, and the second, promote students-teacher interactions with the teacher as facilitator. Okay, and then individualize learning and celebrate the uniqueness of each student. Then from the portfolio assessment, the teacher know the characteristic of each students. Then provide tangible evidence of a student's work, and then facilitate critical thinking, self-assessment, and revisions process. Then offer opportunities for collaborative work with peers. And the last, permit assessment of multiple dimensions of language learning. Okay guys, the advantages and the other materials will be presented by TID WDSC. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oke, thank you Mbak Anis. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Ma'am Anggani. Good afternoon, all of my friends from Khusus 1 and Khusus 2. I would like to continue the presentation about portfolio assessment. Mbak Anis has explained about the advantages of portfolio assessment, and now we are going to discuss about disadvantages of portfolio assessment. There are some disadvantages of portfolio assessment. First, scoring difficulties may lead to low reliability. Teacher will be more difficult to give score for the student, and then teacher training needed. Teacher will need more time to conduct the student for completing their assignment and then collect to be portfolio, and then time consuming to develop criteria, score, and meet student. Because a teacher should be conduct the teacher for completing their assignment, so it will need more time to finish the assignment of student, and then student may not make good selection of which material to include, and sampling of student products may lead to weak generalization. Okay, next about the purposes of portfolio assessment. There are two aspects in purpose of portfolio assessment. The first one, formative, and then summative purpose. For formative purpose is monitor student progress, and then there are two summative purposes. They are assess student achievement and determine student grade. Okay, and this is according to Kelfern and Perkins in 1996. Portfolios help students examine growth and development over time. Portfolios help student and teacher establish and set student goals. Also, providing a process for self-evaluation, and then providing hands-on and concrete experiences. Portfolio help evaluate and revise curriculum, and portfolio help evaluate teaching and effectiveness. Also can give motivation for parents and school personnel to become involved in each child's evaluation plan. Okay, and then about types of portfolio assessment. There are some types of portfolio assessment. The first one is a working portfolio. In a working portfolio consists of collection of day-to-day work of students, and they reflect the progress of a student in a particular area of learning. In the working portfolio also provide opportunities to grow through self-reflection. And in the working portfolio, teachers can reflect on the effectiveness of their instruction through working portfolios. It can be compared to an art studio, example, the notes, the half-finished draft, the sketches, and the complete works. And this is, in the working portfolio may contain the following evidences. The first one, teacher-directed tasks, teacher observation, classroom activities, self-assessment and self-reflection, and the last, relevant learning outcomes. Okay, and the second one is documentary portfolio. In the documentary portfolio, collect of the best work of students assembled for assessment purposes, and then showcases the final products of student work. Provide evidences that certain instructional goals are realized. Indicate student progress and weakness from one learning area to another. Okay, and this is the third types of portfolio assessment, that is show portfolio. In the show portfolio has purpose, that is purposeful collection of limited amount of students' work, usually finished product, to display the best he or she accomplished in a given period. May contain art project, essays, stories, poetry or research paper. And the last, reflect the curriculum goals of the learning areas. Okay, and this is the key elements in portfolio assessment. For the first one, a good portfolio assessment involves teacher, student, and parents, and should specify a variety of materials systematically arranged and organized. The criteria should be identified, and students should be required to evaluate portfolio periodically. And for the school should schedule portfolio evaluation conference. And this is the example of rubric of portfolio assessment. There are some component with number. For 5 is excellent, 4 good, and 3 average, 2 fair, and 1 is poor. And then the teacher can rate the total point that the student have, and there are some essay. to describe the student achievement of the learning process. Okay, thank you. That is our presentation. We can continue the discussion in WhatsApp group. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.